Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet once again. My name is Jason, and today we're back with some more Elder Scrolls Arena. So last time we went into the mines of Kuras, and we were looking for some priest who apparently had gone off the deep end, saying that the Emperor had been kidnapped, and that the only way to stop this bad guy was to get some mystical thing called the Staff of Chaos. So, like, this guy here, he was a certified, like, lunatic. But apparently he had something we needed, so, and he brought it into these mines, so we've got to track him down and get this thing so that we can find the pieces of the Staff of Chaos, and then stop that guy who kidnapped the Emperor. Crazy people. So yeah, that's what's basically on our agenda for today. Today we're going to be continuing our search through the mines, and it's going to be good fun. Yep. Gouges and scrapes. Oh yeah, I already read this. Oh, homunculus. And you know what? I actually went and I forgot to go look back at the previous video and see what it said when I first entered, so I don't know if that was actually the guy or not yet. I'll be sure to do that before the next episode. You know, when we're probably going to be out of the dungeon. Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, as I was I had mentioned in oh, hey ghost guy, how's it go? Oh, two ghosts. Ooh, you guys look extra spooky today. In the previous video, I was like, you know, a hellhound now. Wow, you guys just keep coming. I was talking about how the game just seemed to get better as I went on, and I was actually wondering if that actually has to do with the fact that I am so powerful now. I'm like, am I able to enjoy the game now because it's actually less difficult in a way? I was thinking about that. I was like, is my enjoyment of the game truly because of the content, or is it because that I am just having a blast, just running through and just destroying everything in my sight? You know, it might be a little bit of both. Because on the one hand, you know, it's always fun to improve, and when you get to a point in a game when you actually have options, that you can actually start experimenting and you know, stuff like that. Then the game tends to open up, and you start to feel more in control. And I'm kind of wondering, you know, maybe that's what's making this. Wow, there's a lot of enemies in here. That's what's making this game more enjoyable now, from, you know, when I was playing earlier. But you know, I had fun playing the game mechanically. Like before, it was a perfectly fun game. I just feel like the previous dungeons up to this point haven't really tied into the main story at all. Like there was really no nods or anything. Like, you know, in the Crystal Tower, there was it kind of hinted that, you know, Jagarthar knew that you were coming, kind of thing, and he put those in the there was little hints to it in that dungeon. And then you come, and this one here's got, it kind of breaks up the formula that we've seen up till now. So with, you know, the way dungeons are presented to you. So in one way, I don't think it's necessarily because it's easier, but because I've got more options to play with. And I can't imagine playing the game with like just a straight up fighter. At this point, I'm like, the magic is just, you know, it reminds me of when I played Morrowind. You know, I played a character that had like no magic whatsoever, and even then that was fun. But I definitely still dabbled, you know, in magic. And then, you know, there's always the possibility that I'm just enjoying the game more now because I'm familiar with it. I understand it more. You know, I did that whole experiment where I basically ran through the wilderness, running west to see if I could manually travel from one place to another. And, you know, along the way, I had a chance to sort of study the way the maps were generated and stuff. So, whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm going to hit light heal. Then I'm going to check my status. Healthy. So I'm able to absorb spells, but okay, evidently my invisibility and my shield had worn off. So we're going to have to quickly go ahead and cast invisibility first. Sneaky peeky like. And then get that shield back up. Wow. I almost died. See, even as powerful as I am, and I'm going to go ahead and save the game here. We'll save it as, no, I don't want to save as working too. I want to save as work. Just in case. Let's go to Firebolt. You know, see, even as powerful as I am, stuff like that, if I'm not careful, can still get me. That's cool. I like that. But yeah, you know, there's something about when you become familiar with a game. For instance, I like Zelda. I love Zelda. Zelda is a very fun series for me. And a lot of people who also like Zelda tend to have these grandiose claims and praises for A Link to the Past, which I actually only started playing recently for the first time, actually. Well, I played it before, but I never really got anywhere in it. You know, I fooled around with it, but I never really, you know, played it, sat down to beat it kind of thing. And I started playing it, and I actually got frustrated with it, and there's actually some major flaws with that game. Like, it is a flawed game. And I know someone who loves A Link to the Past is going to probably start flipping out, but I want to sort of use it as a... I want to kind of maybe make a point here that maybe these people like it now as a game because they know what to do and where to go, but the stuff in the game ultimately is presented very poorly. You know, it was great for the time, but it was very bad at directing you to where you needed to go. And there was a lot of exploration, which a lot of older games of the time were also guilty of. And, you know, as such, I've actually have not been enjoying A Link to the Past as much as I've enjoyed other entries in the series. And I think that, you know, that kind of plays a role, is that a lot of people like games, not just because of nostalgia, but because of familiarity. Because they're familiar with the game, the problems that it might have are no longer problems for them. And so for them, the games are better. My Absorbo has worn off, so I need to recast that. We're going to go ahead and use Restore Power, and then turn on Absorbo. So, and that's kind of what I'm getting. Like, I read so many comments by people saying they couldn't get out of the first dungeon in Arena, and that actually did surprise me. Like, I'm talking about familiarity, but even my first time playing the game, I only died a couple times, and I found it actually rather easy to get to the shift gate at the beginning. But that, you know, that might just be because these are the types of games I grew up with, right? You know, it might have been not necessarily a familiarity with Arena, but a familiarity with those types of games. But it's kind of really, and then, you know, a lot of people were saying they got lost with it, and like I said, I think a familiarity plays a big role with our perception of how good games are, and I'm very familiar with Arena right now, and I'm gonna have to be careful going into to Daggerfall. Actually, I loaded up Daggerfall just the other day, because like I said, Daggerfall is my least played game. Dang it, yeah, it was really my least played game because, as far as I can recall, before the other day, I had only ever gotten out of the first dungeon once. And that's not because I couldn't get out. It was just because, you know, I couldn't be bothered to. I was like, okay, whatever, I played Daggerfall. But the other day I loaded it up and I played it a bit, and immediately I was going, wow, this... You know, I was immediately comparing it to Arena, and I'll save my thoughts for Daggerfall for when we get there, and, you know, maybe I've gotten a little bit more chance to play it. But the one thing, the takeaway from all this is that I'm going to need to be careful to not let my familiarity with Arena really affect how I judge Daggerfall. Speaking of which, I get asked this question constantly on my channel. people keep asking, when are you going to be playing Daggerfall? When are you playing Daggerfall? They keep asking, when are you going to be playing Daggerfall? Attention, people, I'm about to answer the question. Sorry. You know, I can't expect everyone to have seen absolutely everything I put out, and, you know, people could have missed it. So, you know, it's not your fault for asking. I'm sorry if I was a little bit rude there. But ultimately, I'm going to be playing Daggerfall after I finish Arena. And that's what I think I'm going to be doing with the whole series, is that I'm going to complete at least, say, the main quest, and then I'll move on to the next game. Now, probably... Daggerfall, I'm probably going to do, probably end it with the main quest, because I'm going to be doing like what I did with Arena, try to do a little bit of everything along the way. Since everything's procedurally generated, there's no real point in, you know, doing too many other side quests, because they're not, you know, there's an infinite number of them. But like starting with, let's say, with like Morrowind, what I will likely do is, you know, after I complete the main quests, you know, I'll probably still, I'll move on to Oblivion, but I'll probably still do videos of Morrowind, doing various side quests I may have missed and stuff like that. But for as far as Daggerfall goes, so there's no confusion, I am not even going to start playing Daggerfall. I'm not even going to start the Let's Play until I'm done with Arena. I want to completely finish Arena before I jump into Daggerfall. So, there's a set of stairs or a ladder going down over there. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that the item I'm looking for will be on the bottom floor. Oh, wow! Another level of experience! Alright, so where am I going to put my points? I'm excited here. Wow, I was not expecting to get leveled up that quickly. Where did I leave my notes? So we're at, what, 3,131,000... that's perfect. That is, that just put me over the level requirements for level 17. Awesome. Endurance. No, like seriously, there's like no point putting in those because I'm not going to get the health bonuses. My levels are going to be very infrequent. Endurance is a skill or an attribute you want to get up high very early in the game. Speed. Is that going to affect like movement speed? I can increase damage, but at this point I'm pretty much just magic based. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 points into luck, put my luck up to 70. I'm going to make myself very lucky, and maybe throw in 1 point to speed. There we go. And we're going to save the game here. Yeah! Nice! That actually came pretty quick. Level, wow, look at them all. Well, you know, there's so many enemies in this dungeon. I'm actually, well, I am surprised, but thinking about it, I'm not surprised. That's, awesome. Alexis is now level 17. That's another thing. You know, I've you know, back on the topic of, me trying Daggerfall, yeah, let's go ahead and explore a little bit around here. I've also got to compare... Sweet, I just needed to get filled up. Am I even shielded anymore? I'm going to recast my shield because that guy got into melee range on me. You know, there's a power difference too. You know, so I have a lot of more options in Arena, and... Those are the excuses I'm going to use for now to defend Daggerfall until I've given it a chance to properly prove itself to me. Oh, one too many fireballs. Okay, let's go down the stairs. There's a whole area to explore down there, but nah, let's just go on down. Oh no, what did it say? What did it say? You see a shaft that... something... it's another thing I'm gonna have to pause. You enter the bowels of the mines, aware that all around you lie creatures that have come to call this forsaken place their home. Alright. All right, you know what? I'm gonna stop things here. We're gonna save the game, even though I just did. We're gonna stop things here, and next episode we're going to continue running through the dungeon. I'm gonna actually go back and read what was said on the body and what right before I went down these stairs, and then next time we're gonna go ahead and explore this next floor of the dungeon. I don't know how many floors there are to this one. We'll see. But until next time, I'd like to ask you all to game on.